Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Jeff, and this is Mad's Wrench and Stitch. In the series that we're doing, we've been doing the shop build series, and now we've finally reached the point where we can start getting some stuff out of the garage, getting it over to the shop, and this is going to be the garage organization series here. So let's flip this around, let's see what we've got. All right, so it's probably not the worst garage ever. It's really just cluttered and just needs to be separated from shop stuff and home stuff. So get those shoes cleaned up. This is mainly tools, and this is like sporting stuff, fishing gear and some different stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of go through those things. This just needs to be going through and throw some stuff away or donate, whatever. This has paints, oil, and cleaners and like degreasers and that kind of stuff in there. Just need to go through and separate, like household stuff, glues, Amdro and whatever else, and car paint and stuff. Same thing with all of this and whatever's in here. This is just kind of a catch-all area. So I just have to kind of go through and get that straightened up, pulled everything out. I was going to get rid of all these shelves and build my wife some of those shelves that handle these totes and put everything into a tote. But she said no, she wanted to leave these and just put the bins on those. So we've got to really just separate some of the stuff. Some of it's old childhood, bats and balls and stuff from when my kids were little. Go through that stuff. On the top shelf, it's mostly household stuff. Some old classroom stuff probably needs to throw it away. Old pool floats. At least we had it labeled. Those are some original of my Corvette car parts. It's mainly the gauges and different stuff like that. These are some baseballs. I'm gonna donate those to our baseball team. Those are some car parts that need to get gone. Those are more baseballs, air mattresses and fans. So I just that's some old butcher block that was left over when we built the house, and I felt like I was gonna do something with it. So that's really what I just need to do, is go through and figure out, am I actually gonna do stuff with these things or just let's get rid of it? Almost this whole shelf is car part stuff, so that's gonna find its way over to the shop. Same thing with this. These are all tools and stuff. It'll find its way. I bought this electric power washer for the car. So I'm gonna leave this one in here. That's like a gas powered one. Behind there is the old DPF system for my Ford F-250. Piece of crap. The truck ran much better without it. I'm gonna get rid of that and see if I can sell it, or I don't know, get rid of it. If we go down here, this is mostly car parts, motor oil, antifreeze and different stuff, boxes of screws, whatever. Just some miscellaneous stuff. So I'm gonna go through that, hopefully get rid of this whole metal shelf, and it can go away. This is where the ladders are stored, so they'll stay. Those are stadium seats, they'll stay. Those are duck hunting waders, they can probably go up in the attic. Golf clubs will stay. This cart, all this wood, I was trying to do something with some pallet wood, but I'm just gonna chunk it. So I just need to kind of clean that off and get the cart over to the shop. That is actually a rear sway bar for the C10. I didn't end up using it because when you install it, the way they said install it, you could see the bolts and stuff hanging down from the side of the truck, and I didn't like it, so I took it off. This is stuff, just old classroom stuff. I just need to go through and figure out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Same thing with the bikes. I'd like to take these somewhere else. My wife doesn't really ride it. I haven't ridden that one in years, so that's some classroom stuff. That is actually an old computer from the late 70s, early 80s. It's a Radio Shack TRS-80. My dad was a fanatic about keeping boxes for stuff, so when he passed away, I found it in storage and for whatever reason kept it. So either to give it to somebody that is into computers or just get rid of it or something. So anyway, that needs to go. This is mostly rags and just junk. I just need to go through it. This is mostly like car cleaning stuff, microfiber towels and buckets and that kind of stuff, and all the cleaning supplies. That needs to make its way over to the new shop, and then hopefully that can go away. Tucked over here behind it is just some old scrap wood. I need to go through that and just get rid of it as well. The Corvette, unfortunately, can't move right now because I still haven't fixed the gas leak. So my hopes is that once the shop is completely done, I can get it off of the race ramps and push it over into the shed, into the shop, so that we can get that fixed and not smell up the garage with gas. That's the spare tire for the Corvette. I think I'm getting rid of the spare tire carrier, but we're gonna see. These are running boards for my Chevy. I'm probably gonna try and sell those. They don't have steps, and my mom has to get in my truck sometimes, and my wife is having trouble. So I had to replace them with some that have like a step. So I'm probably just gonna sell those. I do have a kayak. I just took this second kayak to my son's house. So he wanted it at his house. So I'll probably take that off, and that'll clean that area up. Again, just scrap lumber, need to get rid of it. This is just a free little armoire I got one time. I got it to like display leather stuff from my leather shop. So I just need to figure out, am I gonna actually keep it or not? And just kind of go through some of that stuff. I think those are kick panels that have speakers for the C10. And when I put them in, the speakers stick out too far, so I didn't really like them. So I took that out. So really I just need to go through this stuff and figure out what it is. So not a terrible, like it's not the worst I've ever seen. It's kind of organized chaos, but I need to get this kind of showroom clean for my wife. You know, and it's power sprayed out. You can see some puddles. It's been raining. So that's what's on the agenda for today. So I think I'll set up the camera and we can do some time lapse. And what I want to do is pull everything out, separate what needs to go to the shop, what stays. And then my wife said she wants to be part of what goes or what stays in here and kind of where it goes. So I'll let her do that. But I'm gonna start kind of getting everything else out of here so I can power spray at least these two bays, blow them out, power spray them, get it cleaned up, and then let's put it all back in. And hopefully it's like really pretty and something my wife can be proud of, and nice and neat and clean. And hopefully it doesn't trash up the shop in the meantime, because I'm not really ready to move in there, but I'm ready enough. So stay tuned. All right, so as you watched, as fast as it was, hopefully, we got everything cleaned off, everything pretty much out, got those shelves cleaned off, took everything out of here. I didn't worry about that stuff on the top. I'll do something with it. I got most of the stuff out of these cabinets that was related to car stuff. This one I completely cleaned out. I'll clean the shelves and put that yard stuff back in there. This is still fishing gear and stuff. I'll clean that back out. And then I left all of the chemicals and bug spray, and you saw me maybe spray some wasps. And then I'll go through these drawers and clean that stuff out afterwards. So now I'm gonna give everything a quick sweep. Give it a quick, I didn't really touch anything right around the car. I did clean out, I gotta move that still, and I'll do that next. I'm gonna leave this fan in here to circulate some air. I left all that stuff over there. So I'm really just gonna sweep kind of from this point over. I'm gonna get the power sprayer out, and I'm gonna power spray, again, this point over. I'm gonna get that shelf out of here. My wife said leave the shelves, but I mean, let's look at what I just destroyed. So this is everything I just took out of the garage. Looks like a stinking junkyard. It's quite a bit of stuff. Most of this, I think, is going to go back in there in some shape, form, or fashion, but I'm going to go through it. We'll look at the shop later. It's somewhat of a mess also, but so we're going to get this cleaned out, get it power sprayed out so it's clean, give it a chance to dry, and then start nicely and neatly moving that stuff back into the garage. So I'm not going to film me washing or sweeping and washing. You guys know how to do all that. I don't think it's that exciting. So be right back, and this should all be nice and clean. So my wife said she's coming to help with this. I got a couple things out of the attic. I really wish all of these bins matched. Maybe that's the next step. She wants all of her Christmas stuff, so she's about to be bringing stuff from out inside the house out here. So that's one of the boxes, or one of the totes I got from up in the attic. I labeled it, it's Christmas lights from outside of the house. I think I'm gonna put all of her Christmas stuff, or as much as it takes, to go up on the top shelf, just because we don't mess with that stuff but once a year. She might be bringing out some of her fall stuff. Same thing, if there's room, she's gonna continue the fall stuff there. I'm gonna fill it from, top to bottom, based off of kind of how often we use it. My goal is that we put nothing anywhere else. Bikes there, ladder there, but then nothing is back over here, nothing is in there. I could always add another shelf. I actually have the wood right now. I could do that if that helps. I had a workbench there, a toolbox there. So we will start loading all of this stuff, determining what goes into the shop, what goes into the trash, and what goes back into the garage. So here we go. Sorry, this part isn't very exciting. I thought I would kind of be going back and forth a little more than I am. We'll just kind of check in periodically. It's going really slow, but I'm trying to be methodical about what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. So I'll check back with you here pretty soon. Well, it's late. It took a lot longer than I thought, but we got it done. It left the shop a complete disaster, but that can be messed with tomorrow. Here, let's take a look. Everything's in bins. Christmas stuff's up there. Got pool stuff here. Air mattresses and fans. Got all of our coolers. Got that old-timey TRS-80 monitor there and computer. Some of my son's stuff. Some sports equipment stuff. Some of my daughter's stuff there, some baseballs and stuff on the bottom that are going to be, I'm going to take them. I have baseball camp this week, so I'm going to take them so we can use them. Some of those bins are going to go into the shop tomorrow to do that, as well as maybe not the clear ones, but the black ones with the black lids. Those are going to go to the shop also, and I'm going to use those maybe, and I'm not sure yet. They may let another shop or somewhere, I don't know. The only thing that's really left, I got that DPF system, the DEF system from my old Ford F-350. My wife, I said I was going to put it on Facebook and just say free, but then she said you got to deal with everybody coming around. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And then the only thing that's really left is to clean this. I still need to go through these drawers and see what's in there, but I need to clean that off. That'll be the last little piece. This has got some tools. I'm calling them like house tools. An extra skill saw, spray paint gun, a little space heater, leaf blower, that kind of stuff. Jeremy Pena bobblehead. So, and that's it. Tomorrow we'll attack the shop and get everything kind of organized, just like we did in here, but we'll do it in the shop. So, if you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. It helps out. Stay along. We got more things to come. Finish up the shop, and then we'll start working on the 70 Corvette. Stay tuned. Press like. Follow along. We start the shop series. Then we've got the Corvette, and then some minor tweaks on the 66, and then it'll be some leather working time, and we'll be making some purses and wallets and belts and some stuff for the rest of the summer. You guys have a good time. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.